Picture this. You're ripping miles out and suddenly silence. No video, no control. But what if your quad could fly back safely into your arms? This is the story of Betaflight GPS rescue, from sketchy beginnings to the reliable lifesaver we have today. My name is Jeff. Welcome to Imagination Tech. Stay tuned. First, let's get this straight. GPS rescue is not a DJI-style return to home. Oh no, it's designed for one job: bring your quad close enough for you to take control again. Or failing that, just crash it down, hopefully as close to you as it can. Assuming you're out in a large open field without any obstacles, it could get pretty close. But if there were trees or buildings along the way, good luck with that. And that's what GPS rescue was. No fancy landing, no autonomous mission, just a second chance. In the early versions, GPS rescue was, let's just say, experimental. It depended heavily on angle mode, accelerometer data, and a clean GPS fix. Sanity checks were strict, too strict. Some builds would even disarm mid-rescue if the numbers didn't look perfect. And you had to set up all of the GPS rescue settings via the command line. Then came Betaflight 3.5 around late 2018. Bug fixes, stability improvements, better reset logic. This is when GPS rescue started feeling usable, not terrifying. Betaflight 4.0 moved most of the GPS rescue settings into the failsafe tab, so now at least you didn't have to go to the command line to set up GPS rescue. Version 4.1 to 4.3 didn't drastically change GPS rescue, but Betaflight finally documented it properly. This era clarified exactly what GPS rescue expects: proper GPS lock, angle mode, correct home position, and reminded everyone this is to save a quad, not land it for you. Then 4.4 arrived in early 2023, and this was huge. Altitude control became cleaner, approach paths became smoother, landing behavior improved, and false fail triggers dropped massively. Betaflight's priorities was always to give pilots the best raw flight performance from their FPV quad, but this release paved the way for a GPS rescue that actually lands your quad. This was the first time GPS rescue felt trustworthy on most builds. In 2024, Betaflight 4.5 refined things even further. Support for newer U-Blox M10 GPS modules improved lock reliability, heading determination got a major rework, and GPS rescue started working even if you triggered it while flying basically over the home point. The result? The smoothest and most stable GPS rescue ever shipped. And by next month, Betaflight goes even further with Betaflight 4.6, or rather Betaflight 2025.12 as it's now being called, adding position hold and altitude hold. Suddenly, GPS rescue isn't just a failsafe, it's part of a full GPS toolset. We're edging closer to true GPS-assisted flight on Betaflight firmware. If you're setting up GPS rescue, here are the bare essentials: good GPS with solid satellites, accelerometer on, home position confirmed, test in a wide open field, and always use a switch to trigger rescue manually at first. Here's a quick rundown on how I set up GPS rescue. Set the correct UART sensor input to GPS in the Ports tab so your flight controller knows where it's connected. In the Configuration tab, make sure accelerometer and GPS is enabled. It goes without saying that you also need to calibrate your accelerometer so it's level. In the GPS tab, select your GPS type, use Galileo, set home point once, and set ground assistance type to auto detect. In the failsafe tab, make sure stage 1 setting for throttle is set to hold and that GPS rescue is selected. You can then set the minimum distance to home to the lowest setting, which is now 15 meters. I also prefer having a lower satellite requirement of about 5 or 6, and finally, enable arming without fix so I can fly around even when I'm not planning on doing any long range. Lastly, Go to the Modes tab and set GPS Rescue on a button or a switch so that you can enable it for testing or when things get too sketchy. So that's the evolution of GPS Rescue, from experimental angle mode hack to a genuinely reliable failsafe system. If you've got a GPS Rescue story or footage, drop them down in the comments. I might feature them in the next video. So I hope you found this video useful, informative, or at least entertaining. And if you did, please consider subscribing to this channel and hitting that like button. It really helps the channel a lot. So I am going to leave you with that. As always, keep building and keep flying.